What are you doing there, Ben?
I'm fishing around in my head with a magnet trying to find the one last bearing that I haven't recovered yet. I got 32 of the 33 needle bearings.
Hey guys, what's up? So it has been a long time, as I'm sure you already know.
Well, we've been busy with lots of other projects.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things going on, so there are going to be a lot of updates coming soon, and we also even have a new project that should be coming soon. So more on that when it comes.
It's exciting.
You
guys are going to love it.
I'm really excited about it. Anyway, today we're just going to do a quick how-to. It's going to be how to do your tie rods, both inner and outer tie rods. Now, yeah, it'll vary per vehicle, but for the most part, same thing. Yeah, let's get to work.
About what kind of mileage would you say people should do this at, roughly?
Okay, well, generally when it comes to suspension work, tie rods, struts, ball joints, that sort of thing, it's on a as-wear basis, but a general mileage rule of thumb is you usually want to start looking at like tie rods and ball joints around 100,000 miles. Now I have 200,000 miles on this chassis, but they were fine until now. So now they're worn out. Now I'm going to go ahead and do it. So like I said, it depends on the car. It also depends on the driver and the climate, the place where you're driving in. You know, if you're in a place that gets snow and you get a lot of salt in the roads and all that slushy stuff, you're probably going to want to do it more often because it's going to rust out. But if you're in a place that doesn't snow or doesn't really rain that much, so it's just mostly sunny and dry,
got nice smooth roads.
Yeah, nice smooth roads, not many potholes. You can probably get away a lot longer period without changing them. So anyway, let's get to work. Okay, so the particular car in question is my daily driver, Mazda 666.
The 606.
Yeah, nothing special.
Except the JDM engine.
Yeah, it is swapped, so it is not stock, I guess you could say, in that sense.
I mean, it's
not. Yeah, it's not American stock.
It's not USDM stock.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is the outer rod right here, and then the inner rod goes in there. That's kind of dark.
Yeah, let's grab some light.
There we go. All right, turn up the ISO a bit. So here's the outer tie rod. Goes in. This is the inner tie rod right here. This is the tie rod boot. So we're going to be doing both the outer tie rod and the inner tie rod. You can see down here, we've already got it soaking in some WD-40, make it easy to break loose. But the boot's been cracked and it's got a lot of play in it. I'm not moving it because I took off my gloves.
This has got a full charge. Rolling.
Oh, would you get my BF camera out of the trunk?
Yeah.
So I've got this tool here. This is a outer tie rod removal tool. It works on most outer tie rod designs. There are a few where it won't work, but on most it does work. It's very simple. I'll show you.
Use it on a hell of a lot more than tie rods.
Yeah, you definitely can.
It's really a multi-tool.
Now, an impact makes this a lot easier.
You use an impact on that?
Yeah, I do a lot, actually.
Oh man, sounds ambitious.
It is ambitious, it's not recommended, but...
I mean, it's a $20 tool.
Yeah.
Pays for itself once, pretty much. Nice.
Alright.
That was beautiful.
Like that, good to go. Now, before I pull it all the way out, I'm going to break that bolt loose next.
I'm not sure where the green ones are.
It's working loose. I wasn't recording while I broke it loose, sorry. But I use these guys.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that also how you adjust the toe in and out?
Yes, this is also how you do your toe adjustment when you're doing your alignment. It's with this nut is actually the locking nut, but it's the twisting of the inner rod that either shortens.
They'll see that when we put the new ones on.
Yeah, either shortens or lengthens the rod, which then gives you more or less toe in or toe out. Okay, it's going in. So it's going out.
Wait, we the rental tool? Should have started with that.
All right, so now I'm removing the boot that's housing the inner tie rod. All right, so this is what the inner tie rod looks like. We got it all off, the boot's off, that's the inner tie rod. And I just, hold on. So you can see how much play this has. Like, it should not be that loose that I can move it like that with my hand. See that? Now here's a new one. I'm going with Moog, because Moog's the greatest. So, let me set you guys on tripod and you can see. Okay, so, this is a new one. This is a Moog tie rod, inner tie rod. This is the joint, and see that? I can't even move that with my bare hand compared to how loose the one that's currently on the car is. So, that's why you want to change your tie rods. It gives you better steering, tighter, more accurate steering. And no vibrations at speed when they're new. When they're old, you'll have vibrations going on at speed. So say you're driving on the highway, you're at 65, 70 miles an hour. So you start feeling some front end vibration. Typically that's either gonna be tires, unbalanced, or bent rim. Tie rods are bad, loose, or ball joints. One of those things. So you can just narrow it down, you know, get your tires mounted, get your tires rotated and balanced. And if it goes away for a couple days and comes back, then it's probably suspension related. So just inspect tie rods, look for an excess play with your hand or cracked boots or anything like that. And yeah, so we're gonna go to the auto parts store real quick to pick up the tool to remove the inner tie rods, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we just got back, we got the tool, and it started to rain. Go figure, just our luck. So now everything's wet. My tool bag was left outside, that's all wet. Toolbox left outside, that's also wet. So we're gonna work on that now. What are you doing there, Ben?
I'm fishing around in my head with a magnet trying to find the one last bearing that I haven't recovered yet. I got 32 of the 33 needle bearings. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do next as a result, but I've gotten most of them, but you know, one is enough. So I'm gonna keep looking.
One's enough for what?
To cause significant internal engine damage.
One's enough for catastrophic failure.
Yeah. Don't get to use that word often enough.
Wet stuff now. Yay. This is the inner tie rod removal toolkit. You have this long rod piece. Basically it acts as an extension piece, but also the handle for the adapters that actually lock onto the tie rod. So it goes on like that over the rod. And you put your ratchet in there and break it loose or tighten it.
Is that an installation tool as well?
Yeah.
A new part?
This is the part, this is the tool, this is the new part. And how it works is, so say it plugs into the rack like that, you clamp it on, like so. And once again, that's why I had to grind it down last time, because that happens. So, I'm gonna have to grind this down for it to fit. You can see how it's kinda...
Perhaps it's not a very good tool.
No, it's just generic, so the widths change. Okay, so now the attachment piece is on. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and you guys will see how it works. It's pretty straightforward.
I don't know where the big one is. I got this little one though.
That's tight.
Breaker bar.
Yeah. Using the lift now.
Yeah, the lift you can get access to a lot of leverage you don't have.
Yep.
On ground level.
Alright, well, it's broken loose, so let's see if we can use the ratchet now. So in case you guys are wondering, I am grinding down just a smooth point for the tool to grab onto, because the aftermarket ones are too wide to fit in that slot. So I'm grinding down the sides of it so it slots right in so we can tighten these and be done with it. Yes, yes, I know, metal shavings. It'll be okay.
Weight reduction! So, you've managed to get the inner tie rod on, and now you're working on getting the boot on.
Tie rods are done, they're installed. Yeah, the camera probably cut off like halfway through it. First time was the camera card was full.
Yeah.
And then I think the battery died or something.
Chronic dead battery issues once again.
Yeah, so, but it went by. I wouldn't say without a hitch. It was
my first time doing it. Devon helped me through it. It was a pretty good learning experience because it's something I got to do on my Trans Am. We had some hiccups, but we moved through it pretty quickly, and yeah, we're done now. It's dark now, as you can see.
Yeah. Started during the day. We left to get the tool, came back and it was raining. That was like a really big mood killer. Worked through it, got it done. There's a couple hiccups, mainly with the tool and the new inner tie rods. They weren't matching up very well at all. The tool wasn't fitting the new inner rods. So we spent way too much time grinding down the new rods to get them to fit. You guys saw some of that. But once
cool shots of that.
Cool. But once that was done, they went together like normal. So you saw the removal. The installation is the same, just in reverse. When it comes to aligning the wheels, of course you want to wait and get it professionally done by an alignment shop. But there is a method to at least get it to where the wheel's straight and it's not pulling terribly to one side or the other. And that's just, we'll go with that method probably in another video, since this one's pretty much, we're done already and it's dark. But that's just the gist of how to do your inner and outer tie rods. I hope that helped someone. I know it wasn't as in-depth as usual, but like I said, we had camera issues, so that kind of...
Yeah, the weather, rain and the camera don't work well together.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that though, we have a really big update with the 6.0 liter TA.
Yeah, well, as you heard earlier, there's only one more needle bearing still to find. It's probably about to come out. I know I've said it's staying in, and then I said it's coming out, and I said it's staying in again. Well, now it's coming out again.
Ooh, what time is it? Oh, it's closed. 10?
I think 9, but yeah, I don't know.
It's 10. We gotta go.
Okay, we gotta go. As you can see, this race is totally shot. Looks like it's been wearing for a